antidote is very low. So you should probably do the smart thing, which is actually hit them first. Now what you do is you face away from the door, you press triangle, and then you just double jump, and you go right through. It's very easy. Anyways, so you want to cut these corners kind of like this. The same for over here. Not that much of a time save versus what you did, but every little frame counts. Yeah, that was pretty good. All pretty straightforward. You could definitely tighten up your movement in the maze a little bit more, but I think part of the problem was just it's hard to know the maze in general, you know. This room we could definitely clean up a little bit though, believe it or not. I actually don't do this room super optimally, but I'll show you what I do, and then I'll try to do it like Zach does, which is a little bit better. Yo, what's up, Joel? Yeah, that room's actually not that bad. There's a slightly faster way than I do it that I just never bothered to learn, but I bet I could maybe figure it out in a couple minutes. We'll see. Ugh, I'm forgetting how bad emulator is for turning angles though. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like on emulator, it literally snaps to the 8 cardinal directions. So it makes it so hard to make precise turns and stuff like that. Is there a reason you don't look centered on your camera? Yeah, it's because my camera is not centered on me. I can fix that, thank you. I move my camera around a lot, so that happens sometimes. It's probably just because I'm used to console. But, okay. So I'm gonna enter the room. I'm gonna immediately... Oh, you know what I'm missing? Hold up. Hang on one sec. Oh, wait. Hang on. I gotta move this up. There we go. So you want to hold up and R1 as soon as you turn up, like this, and then you just do that, okay? And as soon as you hit him, you start moving up, like this. And the way the counter attack works is, it's not actually like, the hitbox isn't part of Musashi, it's actually part of the terrain. So what happens is, it has like 3 pulses of damage that last even after you swung it. I'll do that again. So if you move forward, you force the mimic to walk into where the damage is happening, and then you get both in one strike. Yeah, this is actually... Yeah, actually that's exactly what you want. So you want to be able to do it in 2 Lumina swings. So if you do it fast enough, I usually take it safe because taking damage is so slow because then you have to redo the entire room. So if you do it fast though, you can get the AI of the 2 mimics in the background to also aggro to you and just do the same thing on the last 2. So if you do it right, that's what it looks like. Okay, let me see what you do next. Okay, so you grab the 500, and then you just go back the way you came. Yeah, that's correct. I had to think about it for a second. Yep. Okay, so again, you want to cut corners there the same way you did the first time. Good job doing it on the second jump though, because that's more important, because then you get the mimic in a good spot. If you don't do that second one there in a good spot, then you end up getting a weird cycle. Yeah, that makes sense. I have to think about this for a second. I want to see what you end up doing. By the way, I can't help you with this room. I'm so bad at this room. Learn from anybody else about this room. But I'm more interested in what route you take here. Yeah, this looks like one of my penguin rooms, honestly. Yeah, I feel this so hard. They do. Okay, so you go back. Okay. I'm trying to think. I'd have to time it, but I'm actually curious if it would be faster to get the boots, get all the way to the balcony, and then jump over and back in. You know what I mean? So, yo, what's up, Dexter? Yeah. Hang on, let me catch up to where you were. Yeah, we're going over Aalaizah's current PB. I can maybe even time it for you here and find out. Well, let me pull up live split real quick. All right, good luck at work, Joel. So no matter what, you'll enter right here. So we're gonna put another save file here. Okay. Trying to think of how I can time this the best way. Woke up in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna start by doing it your way. To make it consistent, instead of actually getting red eye, I'm gonna enter and leave. And that'll be good enough. That'll give us at least a constant variable. Okay, so close splits. Let's do one of these. Hang on. Start at the same time. Oh wait, in your PB, did you go on the ice or no? Did I just imagine that? Okay, you did do that. So, question, why on the way back? Did you? Hang on. Yeah, on the way back, you could just do the same triple jump. You don't have to wait for the ice. That's what threw me off. Because you need the fire scroll again. Huh. I don't know. That's something that I'd have to time as well. I guess it wouldn't make that much of a difference. It'd probably be about the same, so I guess it's really not that much of a difference. But for the time being, I'll just take the route you did. It's about the same time? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that probably makes sense. By the way, he almost always hits you. And then from here we'd go straight to Green Eye. Okay, so 135 would be your route. And then let's try this again with a different route. So this time, we're gonna get these first. Well, that's okay. That's not that big of a loss. It's like 1 to 2 seconds at the most. Oh wait, hang on. I do need to be in the right scroll though. Oh, actually, wait. Can I just do it this way? No, that would not work. Okay. Hang on. But technically, I do have to change scrolls there. No, where's my save state? There. Sounds good, Chris. Oh wait. Yeah, good point. I forgot about that. Honestly, that's probably faster now that I think about it in general. I can tell that something's different tonight. There's moments I can't talk about, but I record your felt with such delight. I know that my heart I'm bad. Try that again. That's right, this enemy sometimes sees you and then sometimes doesn't. And I don't know how to make that work. Okay. Let me just jump right down here. Yeah, I'm almost positive this has to be faster, right? I'd actually be really amazed if it's not. I don't know, it's gotta be close, actually. Yo, what's up, later? We're doing, oh, subtract like 1 second from that time. We're doing some timing, and we're doing some VOD review. So this will automatically take us to the right side. It looks like it's pretty irrelevant though for the most part. It's probably because of the number of rooms. Yeah, actually, so I guess this route is slightly slower. It'll be like a few seconds. Yeah, so give or take like 6-7 seconds. Okay, so you're good then. That is the correct route to be taking. Let's fast forward. We already looked at this. Wait, just forgot about that room. I do that all the time as well. Interesting that you grabbed clone here. Wait, hang on. Let me watch this again. I guess that's okay. The only reason why I would say to grab clone later is that room is kind of laggy, and assimilating anything kind of lags the game a lot. So I would say you'd rather do it on the later on clone. But at the end of the day, I don't think it matters that much. Yeah, so I would suggest doing it on this clone right here. Wait, do I have shoes? I do have shoes. I had to think about it for a sec. Yeah, so I hold right and R1 at the same time. And then grabs them every time. And then for this guy right here, you want to double jump right here. So I line up specifically with this wall right here. I don't know if you got that in yours. Let's go look. Yeah, I think you should definitely throw it at the first one because it even gives you 16 free VP, which is nice. But I think don't assimilate it, I think would be my suggestion. But it wouldn't be a huge time loss if you did. Actually, now that I think about it, so because you pick up the 1000 in there, it actually changes where the clone is. That's why yours was actually a little bit late and you still ran into him. So I guess your spot will be a little bit different than mine. Yeah, exactly. Yep, you got it. Yeah. Yeah, money routes are weird. Yeah, so hang on, let me pull it up. I might actually run out of BP here in a sec. It's gotta be rough. I'll probably just give myself infinite BP. Oh jeez, that was actually a little too early, by the way. Wait, actually, if you do that, leave the room and come back because it won't reset your clone. But hang on, let me give myself infinite BP real quick. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about how to like assimilate that guy in a sec. A little bit like easier. So yeah, you know he's coming. You don't want to get hit by him, but at the same time, you still have to be like dead on to him. And you don't want to get too close to him or else he's just going to kick and then it's going to jump over your assimilation. So you want to do it a little bit early actually. So like right here. Actually, that was too late. Let me re-enter real quick. But yeah, that guy can be a pain in the butt. Because you can't see him, you kind of have to do it blind. In fact, I'm not really that used to assimilating him because of the fact that I usually grab an earlier one because of my route difference. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're head on. I'm not even gonna worry about that though because we don't really need D-kick here. Maybe also turn on tiredness because I keep getting tired because I'm taking so much time with what I'm doing. There's so many cheat codes. Where is it? Tiredness at 0. There we go. Now let me see how you do. No. Well. Yeah, and this guy is kind of, well actually, you almost get lucky. I was gonna say, that guy can be a pain in the butt because you can never really know where he is because your route is kind of different. Like, it's such a long route that you're never gonna get it perfectly every time. So it is kind of hard to judge where that mimic's gonna be. And sometimes you might just get lucky like that where he's not even in the area for some reason. I actually need to go back and grab the red eye real quick though. You're talking about to the right instead of up, right? I know you can, but it's kind of risky. Or not risky, but tight. That's why I personally do not do it. Zach, when are you gonna do mine? You said you were going to, right? I'm ready. Yeah, same Aalaizah. Unteachable. Teach me how to do this room. Just do it again. Okay. So you said there's multiple different setups to this, right? So there's the one where only one goes up and then the other one stays straight. That is the, in my opinion, worst one. If one moves and one stands still, grab the still one and throw it at the other. Okay. Well, that's what you do if they both move, as everyone knows. But that's the better RNG. I'd rather get the other one, because this is the one that I'm always bad at, too. Okay. That's such a quick reaction, though, actually. I guess you would just assume that only one moves, because that's going to be the harder one to execute, right? Yeah. Yo, I didn't. Oh, so there's actually 3 setups. I didn't realize that they could be opposite like that. Okay, so once you clear that room, what do you do? What is this, better RNG? Because I never get good RNG. I think the best RNG is when they both move together. They can both aggro up and they can both aggro in turn. That you want to run up both R1. Wait. It's all reactionary? Okay. I was gonna say, at this point... Damn it. Honestly, I don't want to spend that much time on this room because of the fact that I'm so bad at this room that I don't feel like I can offer much up. Someone else can do this. Yeah, this is bad play, I know. This is very bad play. Alright, that's all that matters then. I'll revisit this at some point. Someday. Anyways, let's go on to Frost Dragon. I'm gonna grab this real quick because I should have D-kick at this point. Oh, it's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's much that can be said about this either. Okay. Yeah, so there, I think you want a running start on top of the spikes, is why you missed that second set of spikes. This is all pretty straightforward. You can sleep here before this section, by the way. You sleep here, which is good, but you can also sleep before that first attack. Get a little bit more HP. Make sure you're healthy. Oh, okay, gotcha. So you do all the sides jumps for the most part. Yeah, this probably just needs a little bit of practice. Yeah, again, you need the momentum before you jump, which is why you missed that spike. So, yeah, pause it. Yeah. Yes, I was also gonna bring that up, Zach. I know, Dan, it's gross. This game is weird to emulate. EPSXE is actually pretty good for this game, I would say. Save state here. I love that emote. Both of those emotes, actually. Alright. You tried. So also, I like to, right on this cliff, you want to D-kick off of it. Gives you a little bit more distance. Anytime you can D-kick off of a ledge, you should. It's actually pretty similar to sliding in Crash Bandicoot 3 off of ledges. You always want to do it. Can we check out my boy Endercast real quick? What is he doing, actually? Won't tell me. Anyways, you can sleep right here. Like you said, you just didn't feel really comfortable. So you just turn sideways. And just when you're ready, you turn. Sleep some more. And then, as Zach had mentioned, you can wake up and start the fire scroll here. So that way when you get close to the spike, you really don't have to worry about it. Of course, just turn. And you can actually skip over the last spike. I'll pause right here real quick. Actually, I'll even make this a safety save. Okay, let's see. Hey, are you actually diagonal? I prefer to be directly right. I don't know if that actually makes a difference. Huh. Zach, have you ever seen that strat? That's actually not bad. Wait, what's wrong with that strat? I've never seen that before. It looks pretty easy. That seems super consistent though. Why wouldn't you do that for phase 1 and 2? Yeah, I've never seen that strat. Yeah, that is valid. So what happens if you do it in phase 3 though? You can't get it in 2. Wait, why can't you get it in 2 though? If you can do the 1 cycle, it's the same type of attacks, isn't it? Anyways, I'll show you what we usually do. So we go sideways. I accidentally pressed D kick in that. Let's try that again. So we turn sideways. So you want to block at least the first 2. The first 2 is actually what determines whether the next hit is going to be a laser beam or if it does the swing again. Yeah, the first 3 for the first cycle, because the icicle are so slow that if you only do the first 2, then you'll get hit by the last one. Yes. But for phase 2 and 3, you only want to do the first 3. Well, actually, Zach, I find in the second cycle you can only do 2 as well and be okay. And that gives you more time to set up. So just 1, 2. Yeah, like that. And I find that to be pretty okay. And so one thing that I find to be overlooked is what Zach mentioned. So I'm gonna pull this back up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I love it when they just turn the lights off. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. And this is what you're missing out on the video thing. So you'll notice at this point, my fire gauge is about 2/3 of the way through. So what you want to do before heading to Frost Dragon is you actually want to kind of just brush up against this this spike in front of us, and you'll notice that the fire gauge almost instantly gets depleted. Like that. Don't use the fire scroll if you're not attacking. Wait, what do you mean? Like I'm using it too early? Is that what you mean? Like this? I don't know what happened there. That was weird. It doesn't lag on PS3. Also, I don't know what I'm doing. Hold up. I thought using the fire scroll actually makes it burn up faster, though. That's why I use it. Are you sure? It definitely does. It definitely gets used up faster when you use it. I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. This is only phase 2. Sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought so hard right now. Hang on. Let me focus. No, he knows it does. He's saying because you rub up against the spikes, it doesn't matter. Alright, so this is the fun phase, alright? So, this one honestly just takes a lot of practice. Honestly, I still don't even always get it. Oh, well, that's a disaster. And holy shit, the lack of lag there is kind of insane, actually. So, what I will say, though, and Zach's probably going to be mad at me for saying this, if you find that you cannot do that with a success rate of greater than 50%. Let's just say that, okay? Just don't go for it. So what my suggestion is, let's go to third phase. So if you know it exists, but you straight up are incapable of doing it, that's okay. You don't have to keep doing it. You can do safety strats. I'm gonna safety save because I think we're done with phase 1. I don't even know if I'm gonna get this one. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so if you find yourself ending up like this, where you end up not only not getting it, but then you also end up with a laser, if that keeps happening to you, then just go for the laser. Because the laser, you're going to guarantee 100% of the time that you're going to get the 2 cycle every time. So, if you 0% of the time get it, literally just do this. You don't need to practice in the middle of a run to eventually get a trick. You can just implement a trick later when you're actually capable of doing it, is basically what I'm trying to say. "50% of the time you lose no time, and 50% of the time you save 10 seconds. That's just straight up not true, though. So here's something that I've been putting a lot of thought into lately, and it's just the idea of when do you do routes. Hang on, I need text for this real quick. Hang on. Okay. Let me just get this organized really quick. Okay, hello, I'm back. I was in a work meeting. Welcome back, Becca. Okay, so let's say that baby route, okay? Let's say optimal, we'll use meme terms, manly route. saves 5 minutes, okay? Baby route has 100% consistency for your play level, okay? Now, let's say manly route has 50% consistency, okay? Now, let's say manly route, though, when failed, loses a minute, okay? And this isn't actually talking about this. This is completely like just objectively like how you should go into figuring out what route works for you and when it's time to move to the next route and all that good stuff. Backup should never be laser beam. It should be an extra phase of lunge. But here's the thing. What if you're like me where you fuck up the extra phase of lunge as well? That's the problem I'm trying to get to. So let's say that manly route, when failed, loses 1 minute. Okay? So that means you can fail manly route 5 times before it's slower. Okay? Now, if you have 50% consistency, that would mean on average, you're gonna save 2.5 minutes, right? Yes, he's saying take 3 lunges. So on average, by the statistic, you would say, okay, I have 50% consistency. I should do the manly route because I'm probably on average going to save 2.5 minutes, right? But the thing about you determining your own consistency while practicing something is completely different than when you're actually doing a run. So the 2 factors I find when it comes to judging your consistency versus your actual consistency in a run is 1, the timer is on. You're not taking into consideration the stress of in the middle of doing a run. 2, when you're practicing a trick and you're saying you have 50% consistency during that practice time, you're talking about the fact that you are doing something over and over and over and over and over. The minute you stop doing that over and over and over and over and start a new run, which contains so many other things, that's when you're hitting a point where it's no longer going to be 50% consistency. So the way I like to look at it as to how you determine a route is you should work on this trick and you should say, I'm gonna do this trick 10 times successfully, okay? And let's say that, let's pretend for a moment we're talking balcony jump, okay? Let's pretend that this is discussing balcony, even though this is obviously different numbers. Let's say it's balcony, okay? So you try it in your first attempt, okay? First attempt, you do the trick, you get it perfectly. Got it, okay? First try. Saved 5 minutes, okay? You do it second try. You got the timer on. You don't even have the timer on, actually. You will only turn the timer on once you've failed the trick, okay? So you do the jump, you screw up the trick, you start that timer. That is when you start losing time. Every single second is a second lost time, okay? That will stimulate the idea of the stress of, this is lost time, I have to do this, okay? And let's say it took 6th try, okay? And we lost 6 minutes. In fact, the timer, you won't even use the timer. You'll use what you've learned from, hey, I lost a minute every time I fail it, okay? So this means we lost 1 minute to manly, okay? And you do this 10 times, right? Okay? You have to determine at this point how many times did you actually save time in general, okay? That should be at least 50%. If it's not, you're doing the wrong route. If at, I would say, a 25% rate, if in 2.5, or I guess 3 or more, if you actually lost 5 minutes, then you should not do it, because you are in the end losing more than you're gaining. And then if you are, well, saving time 50% more of the time, and you're not having that opposite effect 25% of the times, then I think you should go for it. The one exception, I would say, is, or one other variable to keep in, is how late into the run is it, okay? So if this trick, which is 50% consistency and saves 5 minutes, is in the first 30 seconds, and hell yeah, you go for this 100% of the time, right? Because resetting every 30 seconds is not a problem. If this trick is 1 hour into the run, you have to take that a little bit differently. Or what if this is 2 hours into the run, where it's literally the last thing you're doing? You have to decide if this is worth it. There's a lot of factors, but I definitely think that a good method is to do this whole 10 attempts and see where you stack up at the end of it. As far as going back to Frost Dragon, okay? The whole 3 lunge thing, Zach, it's a different story when we're talking about you. And the reason why I say that is because you have nailed the 3 lunges. For some reason, whether it's I'm just bad or my brain just works differently than yours, every time I screw up the 2nd lunge, I screw up the 3rd lunge, and I screw up the 4th lunge. And more often than not, if I reach that point, I usually die, actually. So that is the reason why, at least used to, I still go for the 1 cycle now. But for the longest time, I had struggled with that, and that's why I would go for the laser beam. Hopefully that makes sense. If Aalaizah can figure out, wait, can you explain again? God damn it, later. I'm not explaining that again. If you can get the 3rd lunge correctly 100% of the time, I agree with you, Zach. I personally cannot, and that is why I am so iffy about doing it. You guys are assholes. I mean, hopefully someone got something out of that. Anyways, let's move on, because I think that's enough about Frost Dragon. Or actually, no, it's not enough about Frost Dragon. We still have to talk about alternate routes, because that's what we wanted to do, right? So, let's bring this up. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth into the alternate route, because, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty much the same. But I will just talk about the first couple of rooms, because I think that's probably going to be the most important. So obviously there's this. I'm pretty sure you know how to do this already. It's just a matter of practicing it to the consistency you want so that you don't soft lock. This next room is pretty much like I had explained it the first time around. So I'll just quickly do that. So now the jump back, everyone knows, is a lot tougher. Honestly though, it's not that bad if you understand the hitboxes. So the one difference is you actually need steel for this. So you're gonna grab this, you're gonna slowly, as you're assimilating it, I like to double jump over the mimic, like that. Obviously you don't wanna double jump over him while you're assimilating, because then you'll get hit and then stop the assimilation. It's the only thing that worries you? Okay. I will explain this real quick though. So when it comes to jumping on this, I've seen Proto had a lot of struggles with this actually, until we explained a little bit better. So it's very easy to just like do that, right? And that sucks. So what you actually want to do is you want to position yourself right up here, and all you got to do is just double jump and tap down with D-pad, like this. You will always land up here. You will never, like, I can hold down for as long as, oh, whoops, right, yeah. I could make this jump holding R1 down for so long. And I would never fall off. Whereas if you try it like this, it'd be kind of risky. It's way easier if you just come up here. Don't even, I mean, yeah, you're right. You could just do it like that, right? I was just trying to take it slow. But yeah, just like that. Like, absolutely consistent. I remember at one point, DJ was using like this area. I thought that was interesting. But he was someone that used to fall like off this all the time. You don't need the banister, and it does not save time. You mean like to just do this? It's probably way tighter though, isn't it? Oh, that was actually close. Wait, that's slow? Why is this slow? Does it take one more infinite jump? Yeah, really? 1, 2, 3. Can you make this in 2? Oh. 2. Are you sure? It seems like the same number of jumps to me. It's probably just tighter, right? You could make it in 2? Hold up. Oh wow. Hello? Am I doing something wrong here? Did I break? Hello? Oh wait, I have to double jump. I'm dumb. Can you really make this? Oh right, I lost momentum on the first one, huh? Yo, what's up, saucy stuffed biscuits? 1. Oh wow, yeah, you're right. So you can do it in 2. I would say it all depends on your level of comfortability with this trick. If you're feeling super uncomfortable, like you want to be the safest possible, my suggestion even is you can store a jump here and then just walk off. And then these jumps aren't like insanely tight, but you have to be somewhat decent at infinite jumps. Yo, thank you for the follow. This is Brave Fencer Musashi. It's basically Sony's version of The Legend of Zelda. A lot of people compare that to it. Yeah, so it's all like within like a second of each other. So I wouldn't be too worried about optimizing which way you do this jump. I would just worry about getting it done, because as you all know, you fall in, it's all over. And if you even struggle with this trick on the way back, but you can do it on the way there, you can do what Chris does, which is just, whatchamacallit. You could just take the way around instead. But anyways, so I don't think you were too concerned about this jump. So let's go to balcony jump, which honestly is gonna be kind of tough for me because I have no idea how to do this on emulator compared to PS3. It's gonna be a little bit different. At least I would assume it would be. Is this a Sonic game? No, but it kind of looks like one, doesn't it? It actually gets compared to Sonic a bit because of his bluish purplish hair. Yeah, the music doesn't help either. Alright, so the way I like to do this, I zoom in, always. I go as far into this corner as possible. I hold R1, I back up a little bit, and then I double jump and to the left like this. Do it again. And of course, it's all a timing thing because you can overdo the left jump. And in fact, before I forget, let me make this a save as well. Wait, which strat is the one you're showing? Let me look. Oh, is this the mimic strat? Yeah, that's fun. No thank you. I will not be performing that trick anytime soon. Anyways, yeah, so, wait, what am I doing? Back up, to the left, land right here. Okay, so there's a couple of indicators that I like to look at. First of all, you want to make sure Musashi is pointed directly left, not left up or anything like that. And you want to center him. God, there's so many visual cues, it's hard to point them out. It's Brave Fencer Musashi. So I like to look at his one hair that's pointed backwards like this. You kind of want it in between the two white pillars going up into the ceiling. And then the other place you want to look is the column underneath the banister that Musashi's standing under. You want to be like lined up with that, and you also want his hair to be in between the two. And then Controller, are you okay? Are we good now? Okay, my controller just unplugged for a second. So you want to store a jump, obviously. You want to store fire, because that's going to give you the confidence that you're going to get it first try, okay? And now, this is going to be kind of tough. I don't know how to show you. So, you're going to hold this stick, right? You're going to hold it up and to the left, obviously. And where you want to angle it is, so this button right here that I'm holding, right, the D-pad, the bottom right hand corner of that D-pad button is where you want to aim that stick. Okay, and I don't know how this is gonna go because I haven't done this on emulator in so long, but let's give it a try. Almost. God damn it, later. Let's try it again, though. That was actually pretty close. There we go. So, there's a couple of different ways to do this trick, and I would suggest kind of experimenting with all of them, because actually pretty much everyone does this slightly different. I think I might be the only person that holds the analog stick in one position and keeps it there. Zach kind of does, I can't demonstrate it, but he starts left, and then when he double jumps, he goes straight up. I was never able to really do that successfully, so I just did the straight route. And then of course there's Proto's route, or strat, where he goes over here, and he just does a bunch of infinite jumps. Which, if you're good at infinite jumps, I mean, it's slow, but if you can do it, it's not super tight. Yeah, you can do it that way. I used to do it that way. I found this new way to be one faster and a little bit more consistent for me. Yeah, there's also D-kick method. I guess I could pull that up real quick. Yeah, it's pretty outdated. Not a lot of people do this. It makes it less less timing wise, but in my opinion, kind of hard to pull off. I'll show it. Yeah, D-kick can actually get you a hover. It makes the jump itself easier. But it makes everything leading up to the jump harder. So it's very similar to mine and Zach's strat, which is just hop up here, jump up here. So what you want to do is you're gonna press circle and then start 1 frame later. Okay, you'll notice that I started to D-kick but didn't move. So I'm just gonna change the scroll. That doesn't do anything for us. We didn't get the hover. Okay, so this time I think we got the hover. No, actually I did not get the hover. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's the part that makes it really difficult. Oh, that's a good point. I do have to be farther back. I was thinking it was basically the same. I mean, truthfully, I think I had a unit in front of me, but I think I just waited too many frames. So yeah, you want to be a little bit farther back. Well, that was not it. Let's try again. That might be it. Yeah, so now we have a hover, and now we have to store a jump. Oh, that was actually pretty good. And now we do the trick. It makes it way easier to get that jump. That was actually a really bad jump, to be honest. But because the trick is so easy with the storage, that was actually pretty easy. Let's give it another try, though. I think you also have to be facing left, right? For this one. Yeah. So it's super easy if you can get the 2 storage back to back, but if you don't, you just got to keep doing it. That gives you a couple frames at the top of the jump. Yeah, I think so, right? I think that pretty much covers all of the balcony jumps, though. So we're just gonna do Frost Dragon one more time, and then we'll move on. Yeah. When I say specifically it's their strat, they didn't actually come up with it, they just did it. Thanks for that clarification, by the way. Fuck it. I can't even, my brain can't even process Frost Dragon right now. So I'm just gonna be a baddie and trigger Zach a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. That's why not many people do it, Thermal. Or anybody currently. Nobody goes for it. But I guess it's also a possibility that nobody actually knew about it that's new to this game. Because it's not really talked about that much. I remember when I first learned it, everyone talked about all 3 strats. See, Zach, I'm a little bit more consistent at it now, which is why I currently do it. But if you're not used to doing that, don't go for it. It's that simple. 2017 was a good year. Yeah, one sec, I gotta check this text real quick. Okay. Okay, let's go a little bit further now. This next section is a pretty boring section, honestly. But let's go over it. I'm not sure why you paused there, but I'm guessing that was some kind of mistake. so many people are doing runs right now, and I kind of love it. Okay, so, yep, good. Immediately D-kicking through the village. Always a good call. Could just skip through this. So good call, like I said, you always want to D-kick off of like jumps like that. That was good. Alright, I actually want to talk about that real quick, just to piss off Zach some more. You do the opposite because running down surfaces is faster, right? Is that what you're thinking? I still think D-kicking off of surfaces is better. I have nothing to back that up, but I don't think you have anything to back that up either, right? You haven't timed that, have you? I guess it would come down to how long. It might extend it, but I'm trying to spend as little time as possible running off flat ground. I think it comes down to how much speed up there is to going downhill. Honestly, it's probably negligible either way. But yeah, at some point we should try and figure that out. I don't care about items or anything, so we're just gonna go right through. So let's talk about this jump real quick. And so it looks like what you do is you go for Zach's strat, but a little bit safer. And so part of the thing that makes this like a weird jump is the fact that when you enter this area, Musashi runs on his own. Like, I'm not gonna put in any inputs, and he actually runs into the room himself, right? And so what happens a lot of the times is you'll see Musashi running to about like right here, right? And why it feels so weird is that you actually don't have control of Musashi at this point. So you'll try to jump, but Musashi won't jump because the game is still taking control of Musashi for you. And then you'll just fall right in, is what's happening there. So what I like to do, if I'm going for that, is I like to, if I remember correctly, let me give it a try, is you don't put any analog stick inputs at all and wait until he stops, and then immediately jump and move about the same time. Oh. And then obviously you want to go to water scroll there. But yes, so I would say with the strat you were going where you turned around and then did it. Again, this is probably a very minimal thing, but I would say while you're running through this area, change to water scroll, and then hold R1 as you're entering the room. And then just go this way. Because also remember, you can D-kick through that water, which will also be pretty fast. You hold left coming out of the load zone? Yeah, I personally like to just wait for Musashi to like get through the skid and then go. But that's just me. Yeah, I know, it's slightly slow, but I mean, I still think it's faster than doing like a full turnaround and then doing it.
Done! Now we can use the well!
So this next room, actually, I love this room, by the way. I think this room is so underrated. You probably can't save a lot of time, but there's just some really interesting platforming that gets overlooked, I think. I'm kind of curious to see how you pull this one off. Okay, so I like doing this a specific way. Even my D-kicks are kind of like planned out for the most part in this section. So what I do is I'll D-kick, well obviously I'm gonna jump right here, and then I D-kick. Again, we still don't know what's faster, just walking. Although actually this seems like standard walking speed, doesn't it? Right here, I guess that's kind of fast. But yeah, I like to D-kick right here and jump. Jump through most of this because this is all uphill shit. And then you kind of pull something similar to what I do, which is jumping right up here. Having this extra leverage versus down here is perfect because then you can jump right up here. You can't really do that as well from like right here, obviously. It's like point do is I'll change water scroll here, and then I hit R1 just as I'm passing by the sign. And that'll usually get me good. On the green spot. Yeah, as long as it works for the person, depending on how long they take on the river, that's all that matters. If you take D-Kick, there's actually a strat where you can do this in one cycle. So if you have D-Kick, you're going to use water scroll as late as possible. You're actually going to carry with D-Kick all the way down here, and you're going to keep going with that first water scroll. If you're slow, you won't be able to make it all the way. You could jump right here and then activate another water scroll directly after, and then make it. Unfortunately, I forgot that if I don't have D-Kick, I'd have to go all the way back to show that, so I got rid of it. And then, of course, you just D-Kick through everything that you possibly can to save all the time you can. Otherwise, you're just running. Undebatable, you have to go for it. Are you talking about the river itself? Or are you talking about keeping D-Kick? No, I absolutely agree. That's one that you should go for because there's a backup strat that if you're not even reaching the Minku, well, at that point, why are you saving D-Kick? Because clearly you're not fast enough to use the strat anyways. You'll be losing more time anyways, right? So I would agree. If you're going for Bramble Skip, then at that point you should be good enough to make that cycle. Or at least attempt it. Anyways, then we sleep here. You sleep after Ant Queen because you're a scrub and you're worried about the timing going into Chapter 6. Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay, right? Does that lose time? I'm trying to think. Yeah, you can buy more items that way too because you'll have an extra 500 in your pocket. How much time does it lose? I'm trying to think. You're going from there to there. I would guess probably about 20 seconds. 12 seconds. Yeah, so that's not a huge time loss, honestly. But I'll show you, it's honestly not that bad. I think it comes down to being comfortable with the Ant Queen fight itself. Or are you more concerned about the infinite jump? Is that what you're concerned with about the timing? Because depending on how uncomfortable you are with the timing of the infinite jump, you can give yourself more time during the Ant Queen fight. Screwing up in the hopper room. Yeah, I don't think you should lose that much time. Yeah, one sec. Every time Pro doesn't go do your strat, you get sad. Wait, which one? Which strat? I'm gonna make a save state. The first hopper? Yo, can you actually teach me that? Because I do I do what Proto does, or do I do something completely different? Alright, we'll talk about it when I get there. Alright, so as you're falling, you want to change to wind scroll here. And you don't want to charge immediately, because you got to remember that this this text box will come out and will interrupt your R1. A little fun fact, by the way. You can actually... Hold up. Damn it, hang on. I'm gonna get this, because this is funny. Wait. Come on. I'm too close, hang on. You can actually counterattack poison. Don't ask me why. I just felt like pointing that out. Okay, so change scrolls. Wait for the text box, hold R1, slowly go towards it, but not too close, because you can accidentally poison yourself that way. Now that's pretty straightforward. Hold directly right through this entire section. It's just easy peasy. Zoom in during here, because there is a lot of lag. The fact that fusion blocks poison is already hilarious, I know, right? Alright, and this is obviously just a triple jump. Double jump the corners. I've never seen you do that, I don't think. Then you just jump. Oh, don't double jump, by the way. Just single jump. Don't be like me. Oh, that's what Rensei did? Okay. Alright, so now on this second triple jump, change to wind scroll. You need it to be wind scroll to save a few seconds. You can just jump. Now for these platforms, right here coming up, I don't know if Zach does this, but so instead of going like left to right like this, I actually find it better to use a circular pattern like this, to just roll the stick. I find that easier to perform. Left to right, I find causes issues. And then this is very straightforward. And then this is where I think Zach was saying to do something different. But I'm going to show you what I do. I think this was the deuce strat back in the day, but I could be wrong. So you want to jump over the hopper, pause, change scrolls, and then turn around, and then assimilate. Under the gem in the background. Is that here? No. Obviously, this is gonna be a problem. Yeah, nothing's gonna make sense. Yeah, I know. But are you talking about right here? Okay. So let's try that. Fuck. Was I too late there? Or too early, rather? Like right there? Yeah, but I don't want to throw off the sleep schedule. At this point, I'm already kind of behind, right? Well, I'll just show my strat, and then we can take a look at Zach's. Yeah. It's in your PB, right? I can pull up your PB real quick. Yeah, let's go look. I honestly, and this is kind of sad, I still haven't gotten a chance to watch this run. Like, obviously besides the whole verifying process, but I haven't like sat down and like really dissected it at all. Yeah, I know you said that was like one of your best chapter 6s. You did keep D kick. Oh yeah, we could go look at that after. That's a good demonstration of what I was talking about. I'll go back to it. Okay, so, yep. Oh man, that seems like a pain in the ass though. Is that your strat, by the way? So that's an example of it going wrong though, right? Okay, so this is the river strat. Uh-oh. I think he makes it to the Minku, right? Yeah. So this is the backup strat. But if you're fast, you can make it to here. Yikes. Oh wait, what did you want to look at? The D-kick is amazing. You're talking about the Ant Queen dungeon itself, right? Let's look at that. And before it's awful. Yeah, that's what I usually do for that beginning section. That's the good one? Okay. I could bring that up after this. Yeah, so you're talking about D-kicking right here, right? This is the one you love. Yeah. I do that too whenever I have D-kick. I love that one as well. It's like, meow. Okay, so this is the correct way to do it. Damn, that's pretty tight though. I'm not gonna lie. That looks tough. But yeah. That's what it looks like when it's correct. Let's have you catch up, because I haven't actually seen what you do in this dungeon. Okay. Okay, good. You do it anyways. Don't know why I didn't bother to look at it first. Yo, actually, question for you, Zach. So for this jump, hang on. This jump coming up right here, can you actually D-kick sideways? Can you, this jump right here, can you D-kick that without jumping and make that? Have we ever tried that? Because that would be pretty sick. Oh, you never tested it? Okay. That'd be a sick trick. And you even got the wind scroll change, so that's really good. How the monkey bars go. So that's actually Zach's strat, basically, right? Yeah. Yeah, poggers, dude. One of us, right? Yo, someone using my strat! Yo, past Zach was proud. That's incredible, actually. So funny, you were concerned about the hop section, but then in your PB it went perfectly. There's no issues there. I mean, falling in poison isn't that bad because you have the worms there right after. So if you can manage to figure out how to do the worms, then you're fine. All right, so I'll actually say, so there's a God cycle here. This movement right here, this one right there, you've already missed the cycle because of that. I think. I don't know how this cycle works. It's kind of weird. Yeah, this section's kind of rough. Not saying you're doing it rough, but like it's hard. It seems so simple, but it's not. Yeah, I saw Chris struggling with this hangrail section the other day as well. So, once you figure out monkey bars, they're actually not that bad. I'll go over it. Honestly, like... Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna pause it for a moment. I'm gonna catch up. I'm actually gonna put a safe state here. I want to make sure I do this right. So you want to hug the inside wall, but you don't want to get too close, because if you do, this will happen. Or you'll get caught like that. So another thing is when you're jumping over these pits, it's actually, from my understanding, faster to single jump over them instead of double jumping. You can usually make that, but honestly, I'm gonna blame it on emulator. So you always want to hug the back wall through all of this, and you want to be as straight as possible. Oh man, this is kind of hard to demonstrate on emulator. I now understand why when I made the swap, it just suddenly everything was easier. This is actually like low-key impossible on emulator, or at least in my experience. So the reason why I'm gonna blame the emulator too. So Zach, I don't know if we've talked about this, but have you ever noticed how on emulator it's exclusively eight-way compass? Whereas on console, you can very specifically make turns. But anyways, I'm still gonna try and make this cycle. Yeah, so right here, you wanna point inwards to make these jumps, like that. And you wanna stay like that. And then you wanna stay as close to the camera as possible. You're gonna jump like this, and then single jump here. You're gonna still stay as far away from the wall as possible. So if you're fast, you can make it over that ant in time. Alright, and then you come over here. So these are actually not bad. Hang on. Let me save state. So, damn dude, this is supposed to be easy, by the way. So I would say for the hangrails, you want to jump and then double jump when you're on the way back down, like this. And then on each one of these, you don't care about the ants because you jump outwards like that. So you actually completely dodge the ants. And so what's really nice about this as well is, so when you're going straight across, it can be kind of tough to judge the angle of the sticks. But when you go outwards, like this, you can just, because you can go straight forward, you can land lined up with the sticks every time. If that makes sense. So you'll never have a reason to miss them. Because you can line up and then just turn in the direction towards them. And then, oh, that was a little bit too far out. But does that kind of make sense? It's hard to do from back. And you can completely ignore the ants. And then you did this earlier, but of course change to wind scroll. You did that super early in this room. I'll pause it real quick. We'll watch a little bit more. Yeah, and in fact, Zach said the exact same thing in your chat that he said in mine. Jump to the camera. I jumped towards the camera to avoid those ants. And then obviously we don't really need to talk about this section. I'm pretty sure because I have infinite health, I can get through this section like almost immediately too. Yeah, let's see if I could just skip right over it without having to do it. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. When you hit those mushrooms, I always hit them with Lumina, because I always hit them with Fusion, because if you swing Lumina and it crits, that will actually one-shot them, and you won't get poisoned. I'm gonna save state it here. And then hopefully because I have infinite health, I can just fast forward through this, and it won't matter. Yeah. For that one specifically, I use Fusion because of that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're good now, right? Yeah, cool. Alright, let's look at this Ant Queen fight. Oh wait, that's not the beginning of the fight. Okay, looks like you got the sleep mechanic pretty well done. Yo, what's up, Ray? No, technically you're not that late. I had started this masterclass a long time ago, and so this was kind of the second half of it. So we started from where we beat Kojiro. So I did not start this from the very beginning. That's unlucky. Antidotes are rough. But welcome on in, Ray. Good lineup right there on the wind part. That's pretty good. Oh, that was unlucky. Yeah, we're doing some learning today. So, Aalaizah, you've gotten the sleep pattern really well down for this. So my suggestion would be, because I know you said you're worried about making the time of day correctly. I would say in a run where you're behind and you feel like your chances of PBing are very low, to just go for it one day and see what happens on a run that you don't really care about. Because I think you'll be closer than you think you are. How much for private tutoring? Hell, I just do this for fun. I do this for content. That's the price you pay. You provide the content, I do the rest. Yeah, that too. Make ZL a troll site? What does that even mean? Yeah, you can do that if you want. Yeah, so for the most part, Queen Ant actually isn't that bad. There's just a few things I would suggest. Holy shit, you actually go for the quick core? That's nuts. I need to start going for a quick core, actually. That's actually awesome. That's such a swag strat. I love that. It does save time. It saves like 5 to 10 seconds, I think. But yo, that's such a sick strat. Yeah. Here's what I could do. I could just look at it first. You know, we don't need any of those. Yeah. Okay. So the one thing, yeah, I kind of figured, Ray. That's kind of what I figured was happening. So the one thing that I would say maybe do differently is your farming of larvae strat. I've seen some people do that. I personally prefer a little bit different, and then Proto does something else. I think I do the same strat as Zach. So what you tend to do is you like jump and then swing Lumina, and then swing Lumina a second time on the ground. I prefer to just do all the Lumina swings in the air, like this kind of deal. I find that that's faster because you get to swing Lumina more often. Also, I can't sleep that much here because I did so much time talking about other things that I'm actually pretty behind on time. So just kind of like this, I find to be the fastest way to do things. Because I am on emulator right now, I'm not actually going to get grabbed. Because if I shake my sticks, I will unplug my controller. So, don't worry about that. Proto does a slightly different strat where he starts out doing that, and then he gets in the middle of all the enemies and does a full luminous swing around. I've never tried it, but that's just always been his strat. 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the beginning of the second phase, I only do 5 luminous swings on the larvae, and then I prepare for the second attack. Because he always attacks a little bit sooner on the second and third phase. That's something I always forget, and I noticed you forgot as well. And then you can just finish off all the larvae after that. So just as a heads up, by the way, on this next attack, you know the one where he just randomly like shoots you up into the sky? If you just hold R1, you actually won't get flung into the air. So if at any point you're just like, you're worried you're gonna get hit but you don't know where it is, you can just hold R1 and it'll miss you every time. That's great. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back to the spot. You could probably get away with 6 or 7, but like, I just do it for safety's sake. So at this point, actually, you can sleep a little bit because you want to be around, let's say 4 o'clock here. Be a good time. And that's just something that will come with time, is understanding how late in the fight you should be versus what time on the clock. I like how that still like had the spike, but still didn't kill me. Oh wait, shit. I mean, I have infinite health, so it doesn't matter. I just don't want to shake my controller too much with this, because the PS4 port is so bad. It's so easy to unplug it. Damn, unlucky on the antidotes. Also, unlucky on the timing, kind of. We won't sleep here. Oh, shit. So, as I said, I actually don't go for quick core. That's something I have to learn. Good on you for learning it, actually. Pick up the core. And we're on to chapter 6. Classic, right? So realistically, about this point, the latest you want to be time-wise is probably like 7 o'clock. I mean, if it was like, you could probably still make it even if it was like 8 o'clock, but like at that point you're gonna start stressing yourself out because you only have till like, I think noon, right? But honestly, going from here to getting first try monster jump isn't very long time-wise because a lot of that is paused. Anyways, let me see how you do from here on out. Wait, how did I end up back here? I was like, wait, where was I watching? That's where it was. Okay, so then you go sleep. And you sleep till 3 a.m. Scott. Wait, did you just go past it by? Oh, you went till 6:30. Okay. So yeah, see, that's basically around the same time I'd be getting there anyways. So yeah. And I spent a lot of extra time in that dungeon trying to explain things. Those are some really efficient double jumps, by the way, for the most part. Yeah, those are good double jumps. That's how you save the most amount of air. Also, I don't know if you'll feel this way, but personally, when I'm running into this corner, I prefer to hold straight left. It looks like you're holding down and left. Not that it makes a difference, but it just feels more comfortable for me on the controller. Yeah, that was a good monster jump. So I'll catch up to you. And I'm glad you're doing this route versus Proto's route, because I haven't done Proto's route in a while. So. It's technically faster, yeah. Yeah, so I just hold left here. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. It's pretty negligible how much faster it is, though. I'll put a safety save here. Okay, let's see what you do. It's at best 3 to 4 seconds? Yeah. I would say max 10 seconds. And that's pushing it. That's if you do it flawlessly, which is hard to do.
This must be where John was talking about.
You don't think it's 10? I could see it being like 10. But again, that's pushing it. So this section actually has like a shit ton of different routes. What you're doing right now doesn't seem too slow. It seems pretty okay. I kind of want to see Zach's, because I think Zach has a slightly faster route. So when you did the first one, and then you went to... Wait, hang on, let me look at it again. So see how you paused right there for a second? It took you a while to start charging your R1. I think that alone made you miss a cycle. Yeah, I was gonna say. So see, you can already make that jump. So if you can't make that cycle, that first cycle, this route isn't worth it. The route that I take, I'll show. This is Zach's old route, I think. Or there's a couple different routes, actually. Yeah, I think this was Zach's old route before he realized triple jumping to the beginning is fast. And I still just take it slow because I don't learn new things. Because I get too comfortable in my old ways. Wow, did I actually just screw that up? Yeah, I totally did. Yeah, this is like old boy strats. I guess I could do updated strat, sort of. Hang on, let me try it. Yeah, you could never make that actually. So I think with this route, you wouldn't want to do the triple jump. That'd be just slow as shit, right? So let me just show you old boy strats. Because I think that would still be faster than failing the fastest strat, right? And also healthier. So you go here, you do a single jump here. Oh my god, dude. I'm going a little too fast, technically. You struggle with infinite and triple jumps. The rhythm takes a lot of practice, but once you get used to the rhythm, it becomes easy. Yeah, so this is the fact that you don't take damage is a great thing. So, a few things, actually, before I even show this. The moving platforms that you have to watch out for, you have to watch out for this line right here. You see how every time I walk over it, Musashi, like, stumbles a little bit? The same for right here. You have to watch out for these. Well. I'm trying to, like... I don't know how to describe it, but... Now I don't even know how to, like, to time something else. What do you want me to time? Yeah, see right there? Did you see how I got a double jump instead of a single jump? Like that. So, for this split second, as you're passing over this, the game actually thinks you're in the air. So if you jump there, it'll actually give you a double jump, and then you can't jump again. So you have to be careful about that. This is also way more important on the second floor, where you can screw that up a lot. So personally, whenever I see those lines, I just jump over them. I never walk over them, because they're very buggy. But anyways, let me show you my actual strat, if I could do it correctly. Actually, wait there, yeah. Because you have time there. Oh my god, why can I not do this? I'm gonna blame emulator again. Second floor you don't have too many issues with? That's honestly surprising, because I feel like most people do. More so than the first floor, even. It's immediately slower, but we might still be able to make this. It's gonna be tight though. I don't know if we'll make this last one. We may have to triple jump for it. Yeah. Or you could just screw it up completely, I guess. That's cool too. Yeah, these platforms just suck. I'm gonna blame my poor gameplay on the emulator right now. I'm not gonna lie. But I think you get the overall route. Oh, did you just time it? From the other side of things tomorrow, like stream, getting live help instead? Yeah, go for it. What's tomorrow? Saturday? I don't know if I'll be around that much though, because I am gonna go see Kelsey. So I may be kinda busy, but like if I'm around, I'll definitely stop in. And then I actually want to see what you do for this section. Oh wait, this is wrong video. Yeah, switch scrolls before the final art scroll. Yeah, I forgot to press pause. But she did that already. She already knows about that. Yeah, a lot of this is kind of up in the air because the cycles are going to be different depending on how long you took on the first floor. Yeah, good job on this first jump. Definitely do it that way. Now let's see if you can make the one cycle. Not quite. Got a little bit tripped up there. But yeah, good job on those platforms. Those platforms can be such a pain in the ass. But, that's basically what you want it to look like. As long as you have the idea of what you're supposed to do, just practice, 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 and you'll be fine. Oh shit! I probably just screwed up the cycles there, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay. Now we get into the real meat of chapter 6. Okay, good. Good job landing there. Ooh. Hang on. Let me see something real quick. Okay, good. So, honestly, if you just double jumped as you were running out and went straight, I think you would have made that jump. Which is why I was gonna say it's good that you're only single jumping. Because you want that double jump to extend if you need it. Yeah, honestly, all I can really say for this is Sky Scroll takes practice. That's basically it. It's hard to control, but once you get used to it, it's not bad. One thing I would say, just as an option, I might have actually. You can actually try to save this, by the way. Like this. So once you've hit here, you want to charge it. I think you did that. And then, as long as you make this perfectly, you don't have to worry about the item to clear out your bar. You can just keep going. Yeah, charge early, so that way it'll be cleared out. And yeah, it's one of those things where you just have to get used to how it works. Safety save there. Let's see what you do next. Shush you. Okay, so you pick up this item. I don't know if you're like low on items. I'm guessing you're gonna heal here, right? I wouldn't have healed here because you have 46 HP. Nothing in this room is gonna do 46 HP to you ever, unless you get hit twice. So by holding on to that gel, if you get hit here, you're essentially wasting a gel because you're gonna have the gel again. But yeah, I agree with Zach. Unless you like have literally like 0 gels in your inventory, you don't want to grab that one, and I'll show why in a moment. Fortunately, you don't waste the gel because you didn't take any damage on any of those spikes, though. Yeah. So the thing about this room is you can actually clear it out perfectly every time. All you have to do is hold straight up the entire time. If you're holding straight, you will literally make the perfect cycle with minimal jumps. There's only a couple. So if you jump early here, you'll miss that one. You have to jump over this one. That's like one of the only hard ones. And then double jump here. Even taking that isn't that bad. It won't slow you down, at least. You might have to jail because of it, but... throughout this entire room, you just hold up and jump whenever you need to. Yep, exactly. I took 26 there, so I would have had 124 HP going into this room. I wouldn't recommend immediately healing on 124 unless you're really scared of Ben. And the reason why is because you don't get hit by 124 except for one attack. So I would say hold on to it and see if you get hit by anything else first. I'm pretty sure your Ben is pretty clean though, so let's just watch. What are we knowing to show 1 cycles? We could show you the 1 cycle after too. Did you get it in PB or no? Wait, hang on, let me look at that again. Okay. So this, what you just did, by the way, is another example of Frost Dragon in that, have you ever 1 cycled Ben? That is my question. If the answer is no, then you shouldn't be going for this. It's not gonna just magically happen in a run. It's something that needs to be built up with consistency. And if you hit him and a bomb hits you back, not only are you losing that gel, you're losing the time that you took to gel there. It's just free time loss. I would disagree. I think it does hurt to go for it. So you'll also notice, by the way, a little tidbit of information. Because you actually didn't hit him at all during this time period, that's why he didn't do the heavy damage 120 or whatever it is. If you don't hit him during that phase, he won't use that charge attack. Okay, so yes, I agree. Your shitty counterattack does more to lose time than going for the 1 cycle. But the thing about going for the 1 cycle is going for the 1 cycle... Wait, hang on, but you're also not exactly doing 1 cycle strats either. So going for a 2 cycle versus a 1 cycle, when you go for a 2 cycle, you have to do so much, or you don't have to do as much as going for the 1 cycle. And going for these Lumina hits in air actually aren't the only things I would consider 1 cycle strats. Hang on, let's go back to the first cycle real quick. So, this first Lumina swing you go on him with, you'll notice because you go for this, you don't get a chance to charge fast enough, and then you can't go for the counter, and that's what causes the spin that you end up missing with. And then it kind of leads to everything else that just happens to the point where you don't do any damage at all at this fight, right? So, one little thing is that on that first swing where you do go for the Lumina, go for the one in the air because... Hang on. Oh wait, I'm on. Let's try that again. I was on Sky Scroll. Well, honestly though, you're kind of expecting a lot out of yourself to get that triangle hit because that was actually pretty close to not being full gauge at that point. You can put yourself in a better position to have fuller gauge earlier so that you don't have that problem. I'm going to show you that right now. Hang on. So if you jump and swing Lumina, well, I just straight up missed. But regardless, when you swing Lumina from the ground, you're always gonna be at a disadvantage time-wise. I'm bad too, don't worry. Let me try that again. But basically, my point here is that for the one cycle, you have to be absolutely flawless. And I mean almost like to the point where I consider it a task strat. It's really, really, really hard. And making even one mistake is in fact punishing. Oh, I did it again. That doesn't matter though. So we go for that. So you'll notice I made mistakes there. I missed an entire charge attack. I missed multiple regular Lumina swings, and he's still below half health. So normally, you'd be able to kill him right there on the first Lumina charge. Obviously, I missed one of the Lumina charges, so it took one extra. So, in my opinion, you should make Ben as simple as you possibly can. It's either one or the other. You either go as simple as you can, or task strats, basically. If you're not capable of doing the one cycle, I don't think there's a reason to press for it, because it's just more inputs that you can make mistakes on. I mean, I have a 203 and I'm still doing the simplest of Ben strats. Is basically what I'm saying. You don't need crits, but you need every single hit of damage, right, Zach? And more importantly, I think the only reason why Zach is capable of doing it without crits is because of how much he levels up Lumina in very specific spots. So if you're also not getting all the same Lumina strikes that Zach is, you're probably going to be under leveled to the point where you do need crits. Hang on, let me look at this. Do you know what level you are in this video? You also got a Lumina level up right there too. This clip is ancient. So based on where you're positioning, I would agree. It seems ancient. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. When you were going for 201, oh, got you. But anyways, the point I want to make here is either practice the one cycle for like 5 hours straight, or I would suggest using safer strats. Okay. Let's keep going though. Okay, this section's probably not a whole lot to talk about. So here, this is like so minute, but this is something that you can work on little by little. As you're landing on this button and charging, you should be moving forward. You don't have to stand still there. Very small thing, but like every pixel counts, right? Same with this. You should be up against the wall right now. I mean, I guess this one's probably less important because you still have to wait for the wall to come down. Yeah, so you're gonna do that anyways. I would suggest double jumping there though instead of just single jumping, so that way you can get over the wall faster. Oh, very small stuff, obviously. Damn, you changed scrolls so early. That's actually sick. I can't think that far in advance. Aalaizah, do you want to talk about this room or no? I don't know if you want to go for this, or if you, it's only like 8 seconds time save, so it's not like super important. You know how to do it, you're just bad? Okay, cool. I will say, or I'll talk about one little thing. Can I at least demo it? Can at least, yeah, I could demo it, of course. Am I making a guide right now? I mean, I guess technically this is useful for other people as well. By the way, no memes. Yeah, I will highlight it. No memes, Zach. If you ever did this, I'd probably watch the entire thing. I'd be really interested, especially if you did it on a high level run, either mine or Proto. Or your own, I don't know. I don't know if you have that kind of patience, though. I understand if you don't. You never know. You might think of things that, like, it's stuff that you probably do, like, intuitively and just don't realize it. Because that's what I find when I do this, is I think of things that normally I don't even think about. I'll make a save here. So your hang rails actually could be a little bit faster. Specifically the first one. You'll notice you ate a little bit on the first one. I don't know if that's because of the number of times you've probably like flipped downwards and been so pissed off. Because that is a thing. Yeah, you'll see you do a full 2 rotations there. I can kind of show you the difference between the two, I think. Hang on. So yeah, I get taking it slow because if you do it fast, well, actually, hey. Usually you get flung straight down, I thought. Hold up. Yeah, like that. So you gotta be careful about that. Because you definitely don't want that to happen. It's honestly like, just wait like a split second. Like, so Musashi starts at the top, I think. And then he goes straight down, right? You want to wait until Musashi's done half of a rotation, I think. Like that. Yeah. And then the other 2 are fine. You just do them like instantly. I love this song so much. And yeah, we can demo this glitch real quick. I go to the outer one first, jump, then do one of those. Now we're good. So the way I do this is I don't actually hold triangle during this. I use the 3 little flames around Musashi. So first I go like this and it automatically lights that one. And then what I do is I go kind of like right here. And then I jump forward and right at, like that. That's the best way I can describe it. Like that. So that way it catches the tail side of Musashi's flame. Change the water scroll, obviously. I think the rest of this area is pretty self-explanatory. We'll see. Yeah, you pretty much follow the same thing I do for the water scroll. And then the classic. Yeah, the rest of this is just don't suck, lol. Hang on. Okay, this is actually, we can speed this up a little bit. I can show you a little tech here for that last room. Yeah. I still use analog for it, honestly. I don't have much troubles with it. Low-key gonna save state this because I don't want to do all this again.
7 years he threw away when it broke his dear love's heart, and it shouldn't end this way. His foolish heart, it went.
Yeah, no, that's fair. If that's what's comfortable for you, go for it. It's just always been comfortable for me for analog. Alright, so this is the one little thing that you can save a little bit of time on. So if you fall down here, and then when you reach here, keep going actually, and do a single jump like this, and let yourself fall, and then double jump, pause, and change to normal scroll. Because you're going to need to do normal scroll here anyways. So that'll save a little bit of time. And also, you don't have to pause there waiting for the scroll to run out. I'm probably not the best for Ed help, but let's see what you do. Or you can even watch Zach's after this, so that way you can see a better version of what I'm gonna show you. Yeah, my Ed's kind of bad. Unless I get lucky. If I get lucky, it's not bad.
7 years gone to waste.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Well, let me know if I'm being redundant then. Yeah, so I actually, with my positioning, I have trouble getting a full Lumina swing here too, which is why I go for a normal Lumina swing in general. So I'll show you what I do, but then we'll watch Zach, because I know Zach's is gonna be better. Yeah, I've already established that I need to relearn this section. So I just sit on this spot. This has been a spot that's always been considered like RNG manip for some reason. But truthfully, it's probably just like, it's probably a confirmation bias more than anything. So if it's on the bottom side, I do what you do. If it's up top, I literally just go for a Lumina swing. It's better than nothing. Obviously, you can get it if you have the proper positioning. I'm actually gonna try it here and see what happens. So the idea is you want to stand as close to the center of the room as possible so you can get both, right? Damn. Unfortunately, that didn't work though. So what was the problem there, would you say, Zach? Oh, just go for two? If it's top or bottom, or does it not matter? Fuck. Okay. So bottom, you can still go for three. Okay, so let's quickly look at Zach. So. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so yeah, so Zach figured out at one point that you can actually force the spawn of the first bomb, right? Is that what you're doing here? So he starts in the bottom right, and then he moves to the middle. And the reason is to force this bomb right here so that it's out of your way, right? No? I thought you were making it so that way this bomb won't hit you. I mean, it still hit you, but you still got the hits off. Dude, look at this. And then he goes to the bottom right-hand corner. What is this? Well, anyways, that gives you a general idea of what to go for there. All right, now everyone's favorite part. Okay. Let's watch this real quick, screen by screen. Aalaizah, do you remember if this was a good topo or a bad topo?
Do you realize that you have the most beautiful face? Do you realize we're floating in space? Do you realize that happiness makes you cry? Do you realize that everyone
Oh, that was unlucky. Did you hit the gunner instead by accident? I think you did.
will die?
Yeah, you did. Oh, that's just unlucky. That's funny. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick.
All of your goodbyes, let them know you.
So I personally at the beginning go to the right instead of the left. That's to avoid this gunner a little bit better, I'd say. I don't think it really matters, but I'm pretty sure. So the grenadier is kind of reactionary, right? You want to see where he's going. So this one's giving me a weird pattern actually. What the hell is he doing? And you kind of want to try and cut him off, and then you have to dodge everything. And you want to run into this corner. Personally, I like to run into this corner, and you get yourself wedged between the two doors. And the reason why is because you can hold directly up and right and grenade. Oh, all right, it might be different on emulator, but if you do it correctly, you should be able to get both doors at the same time. Now, as far as the 3 items drops right here that you're trying to gather, sometimes they're on the left side, sometimes they're on the right. I forget what we ended up concluding, whether it's the same every time, or if it's different depending on which door you blow up first. Honestly, it's just something that feels like it comes with intuition as to which door it's going to be. But anyways, so you want to zoom in here. You want to zoom in on everything in this area. You want to cross over here. You want to take out this big walker, because you noticed that in your PB, it gave you trouble, obviously. It got in your way. You just want to get it out of the way. I go here, here, and then I thought it'd be left side. Let me try it again. See if I can actually do this time. Yep. And you want to do this so when the door is exploding, you can actually double jump into the door, and if you time it correctly, all three of the Binchos and health kind of like are clustered together, and then they like break apart. But if you jump through the door as it's being destroyed, you'll actually collect all three at the same time. Yo, what's up, GK? I'll try to demonstrate that at some point. Like that. I was a little bit late, so I only collected 100, but honestly, you only need 100. Alright, let's see how your maze looks. Yeah, I'm watching the whole room for a sec, don't worry. I've only seen one thing. I'm interested to hear your other one, but I bet the one I'm thinking of is the same one of the two that you're thinking of. Yeah, me too. I agree. Especially in a situation where you're new to the run and you want to like hold on to your items. Okay, so Zach, mine obviously the one is about the fencer. What's your other one? Just so that way I can hear what it is before I start talking about it. Or are they both about the fencer? Diagonals? And so you're talking about just like going like this, right? I actually didn't pick up on that. Yeah, so on all of these, you don't want to like necessarily go like this, right? You want to take the path of least resistance, or whatever you want to call it, and just go like this. When it comes to the fencers, they are hyper aggro unless you swing at them first. So what you want to do is, as you're approaching these guys, you want to swing Lumina. You'll notice the minute you do, they'll put their shield up and kind of leave you alone. Because yeah, otherwise those guys are a pain in the ass. But yeah, all these you want to be diagonal. So that first fencer and the second one, you want to preemptively swing at them like this. Oh shit, my thumb slipped. Also be careful. This guy can actually hit you through this wall sometimes if he wants to. So when I go through this wall a lot, he can't. I've definitely been swung at him through the wall. At one point. I know I have. Hang on, let me see if I can de-aggro him. Okay, that's rude. I'm like 90% sure I've been hit by one of those guys through them. I could have sworn I've been hit by these guys. Alright, maybe you're right. I thought you could. I've always, like, been more to the middle on this, but I guess you can take the inside corner. What about this next guy? Have you been hit by this guy through a wall? Maybe this is the one I'm thinking of? No, not over there. Like, maybe this guy? I'm pretty sure I've been hit. Yeah, you can get hit by this guy. This is the one that I think I've been hit by then. And then, of course, swing Lumina one last time over here. As as you're going through, and he'll just put his shield up every time. Okay. I don't know, I've had some instance where I got hit through a wall and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, so, well, I'll play out the room before I say anything. Okay, so first things first in this room. Good job coming all the way over here. You want to zoom in this room. Not only is it preventing lag, but check this out. Okay, so the right door right now is spawned. The left door actually hasn't spawned yet because I zoomed in. So check it out. See how it's actually not there? Now it is. Because you zoom in, it actually takes longer to spawn. So you really want to zoom in during this section. And also just to prevent lag in general. And again, I missed that one, but that's whatever. Okay, let's watch the next room. Good job zooming in on this room. Just make sure you zoom in on all these rooms. They're all very laggy. Ooh, that's rough. You should be healing right now. Yeah, I wouldn't even take that chance. Is it technically possible to hit both doors with one grenade? Yes, I'll show that in a moment. We don't know if it's actually faster though. I do it a few times on purpose.
Ahead, dear. Yes, the sun will shine after the rain.
Yeah, the setup makes it take longer, I think. So I'll show you the double door real quick. So you just go like that. That's the double door. I think I'm the only person that's actually consciously gone for it. I don't find it hard now that I know how it works, but the way the doors explode, it actually, I think, technically makes it take longer to destroy. So I don't know for sure if it's faster. There's an ice cream truck going around my neighborhood and my head hurts. Oh. Why would it be slower to fail? When it just... Because then you have to reposition yourself better for the second one. The way the double bomb on, or the single bomb on double doors works is you have to be directly in the middle, facing to the right. So if you throw one, it's kind of weird to turn and hit the other one. And also, yeah, you have to do the setup for it. All right, so this is another one of those walls that I was saying that if you're unlucky, near the top, you can run into this, where no matter how many times I flip, it just won't bring you to the top. This is something to be aware of. I will say, hang on, I think it happens more near the middle. And the left. I find if you go to the right side, it doesn't happen as much. Yeah. But if it does happen, what you want to do is be ready for it. Can you just leave me alone, please? So I tend to have my finger on triangle ready as I get to the top to just do that instead. Do polygonal jumps for fans? Sure, why not? Let's go. Where are they? I actually don't know where they exist on this wall. There you go. There's a polygonal jump. There you go. My question is, what's optimal with polygonal jumps? Yeah, that was actually pretty sick. That was like 3 in a row. Like, So do you do a polygonal jump and then double jump and then do another one? Like that? By the way, this trick is how Steam Wood works. I actually think that single jumps with polygonal jumps are faster than double jumping. Just mash Lumina. Dude, these are actually, it's such a fun tech, by the way. But anyways, now that I'm done being distracted. That's pretty straightforward, so I'm not gonna talk about that. I didn't know that they were so easy to do it on that wall. Yo, don't take it away from me. That was sick. That took skill, alright? Alright, let's talk about this next section. Dude, seriously though, that's actually really hard to do. Wait, did you zoom in here? Zoom in on this section. This section's very laggy. Okay, you did. Holy shit, why was it still so laggy? Oh nice, you actually got the first door clip. Sick. And it looks like you did it pretty well. Wait, shit. Yeah, so you want to activate the sky scroll as fast as possible, so that way you're not waiting on that second platform. That is a good point. Alright, when you come here, you actually want to swing it. You want to swing at this guy, because whenever you swing at the gunners, they automatically reassume a new position. So anytime you can manage that, you're stopping them from attacking you for a little bit. I do it just cause, I guess, at this point. But yeah, he doesn't usually snipe you. But I guess it would be more for if you missed the clip. Zoom in here. Okay, you do. Good. Okay, you do get the, you got the big walker, but you got the bad RNG for the door clip. So you don't go for door clip here. What I would kind of suggest here, so, yeah, right. I would say the strat here, instead of going for the green little tube that had all the BP, you still had 140. So what I would have done is I would have used 50 on the door and then 50 on the big walker, so that way you can get more BP back. You might still have to cheese, but it'll take less time, and you'll probably be healthier on BP. Also, grabbing the BP, I'm pretty sure, changes the RNG for the big walker. If you ignore the BP, then I'm pretty sure you're more likely to get the good RNG for the big walker. Yeah, so this is the good RNG, right? I gotta be fast enough, though. I missed it, though. So, at that point, you could just spam and then grab this. Spam 2 more, or one will be right here. And then you would cheese and then go. And then you can pick up the last 100, that would be over here as well. So at that point you'd be at 290. You'd be A-okay for the most part. Hold left on this load zone. Wait, why? Can I go back? You're talking about for this part, right? I've never heard of that. I'm curious. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Especially into the big walker, right? Let me watch your next room. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought that was kind of funny. This is actually a masterclass for me, by the way. I'm learning from Aalaizah. Freaking pro strats over here. I mean, I've never had him eat my ass, but that still seems faster to just hold left. Yeah, so I swing at this guy for that reason I mentioned earlier. But it seems like it goes pretty A-okay for you. Now let's just watch this. Yeah, Lumina him like I had mentioned earlier. That goes fine. I just push him into that corner. Yeah, so when I enter this room, I just Lumina swing him real quick. Put him in a different spot. And that entire time, he did not shoot at me once, as a result. Okay, then we don't care about Topo, like, at all. So we'll fast forward through this. This is so weird without music, by the way. Yeah, Tower of Death explanation. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait to get, like, shit on for my Tower of Death. But I'll do my best. Turn off limiter and do Topo. No, thank you. Can you imagine? That'd be nuts. Okay. You want to hear the science, to be honest? Wait, behind what? Behind Tower of Death? So, like, take my Tower of Death with a grain of salt. It's not as good as Zach's. Yeah. I would actually like, Zach, if you did a full explanation at one point of a one-off of just Tower of Death. But I will give mine. My Tower of Death isn't terrible. It's good enough, I would say.
Hey, that's Princess! Musashi! Capricola, you loser!
I do want to see what you do,
Taking
though,
her.
first.
Sharp daggers and flames. I'm grown addicted to the thrills of the mystery. I'm just a sucker for anything I'll never see. Increasingly
I mean, it seems like you have the general idea for this phase down, for the most part. Okay, I definitely see something I can help improve with this section. Slightly. It's a small thing. Oh yeah, we could definitely fix something here. This phase specifically has some unique characteristics that actually make it the fastest to find eyes on. Good on you to recognize that eye. Good old eyes. We don't care about the eyes. Is this gonna gold? It golds, yeah. I had a feeling. That was pretty good RNG and not terrible execution. But I know that's not your norm. And probably that's why you've struggled to PB, because near the end of the game I've noticed you'll be around where your PB is, but then Tower of Death happens and you're just like, it falls apart, right? So we'll talk about it a little bit. So obviously Tower of Death is all RNG, but the whole strat to Tower of Death is that there are ways to improve your probability of being correct. I'm gonna skip this one. This one makes me not able to think. Okay, so you have the general idea at the beginning down of how to search for eyes. There's obviously 20 in total. And so 4 on each layer. And you are correct in wanting to start on the second layer. And that you want to be searching for the one above you and the one below you, right? So a few things you need to figure out is how long it takes for the eye to open, because you do have to wait a few seconds before you can start looking, or you might screw up because of it. So you wait right here. Okay, so now one thing that's important to note is that you can only look above and below you and the eye you're looking at currently, right? That's actually not true. You can actually look at the eye to the left of you and the eye to the right of you, like this. So I can see the eye on the right, and if I get enough time, I can also see the one to the right over there. Fortunately, we got lucky. It was right there. But yeah, I just start off counting. 1, 2, 3. But during this time, you can actually look at the eye above you too. You'll notice that I just floated up like this to see that one. 4. Okay, now we keep going. 1. Okay, there it is. We have to go all the way around for it. Okay, and we wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dip down. 1, 2. We're looking at the eye in front of us. It's not there. It's got to be over here, right? 1, 2. I think this might actually be the final phase, but I can't remember, so we're gonna count anyways. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. So we just wait. Yeah.
can't listen due to a phone call that has taken up the past 6 hours
Yo,
of
Magus.
my workday.
I'm so sorry that it's taken up 6 hours of your workday, but thank you for the 69 bits. Hang on one sec. Okay. So this one's a little bit different. The electricity stage. So I think I've already pointed out to you that in this one, the core will only be on layer 2s and 4s, right? So that actually cuts down the number of eyes you have to search down tremendously. It's down to 8 eyes instead of 20. And you can actually get a 50-50 shot that you will see the eye immediately. So this is how I position myself. I position myself right here, okay? Right now, I am able to see 4 eyes all at the same time. And you basically have a 50-50 at being able to see it immediately. So now I'm gonna position myself right here and wait. The eye does not pop up. We got unlucky. So we go to the right. We got extremely unlucky. We got the 25% chance, actually. That would be the last possible eye. So we wait here. We see. We got the 50-50 shot. So that phase is one of the easiest to find eyes on because of that. You can literally 50-50 right off the bat. Now we wait for the next phase. Okay, so now this one's really interesting. So because you don't have the walls in front of you, we use a completely different strat for this one. We actually don't go left and right, or at least we try not to. I'm terrible at doing this, but I at least acknowledge how to do it. So what you want to do during this phase is you just want to go up and down, only up and down, because everything is constantly spinning, and you allow everything to spin around you. And this is the fastest way to see eyes. Obviously, you still have to dodge laser beams, but you just go like this, up and down until you see it. Then obviously we go back to the original way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, this could be bad. I might miss this eye actually. This is the tightest cycle, by the way. Just barely got that. That was very close to disappearing, by the way. Or actually no, because that was only on the second cycle, not the third, so we were fine. And then again, here, we're gonna go for the center, right here. And we get the third possible eye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got this tech down. This is not hard. And then one more eye. Oh. There it is. Alright, not bad. Only like 3 things I point out. Can you point them out now then? Because I pretty much said all I have to say about it. The bottom walls don't hurt you? Yes, good point. That is a very good point. So if you hit your head on a wall, it will not damage you. If you land on a wall, it will. That is a very good point. I forgot about that.
The sky.
You can check all odd layers on the wall phase. You mean like first? Or do you mean from the middle? Yeah, that sounds really hard. I think I know what you mean though. Yeah, that seems like really advanced. Yeah, that's all I can think about. I would say one of the biggest things too is just the more you do it, the more you'll find yourself able to pay attention to your peripheral vision and actually catch eyes before you're even able to see it. In fact, the eye sometimes can glitch through the wall, and you can actually find little slits of green where you'll be able to see it in areas that you shouldn't be able to see it. I was counting pretty early, I will give you that. Alright, this is all pretty straightforward stuff. Zach, do you do the same thing on the electrical thing though? I thought I came up with that myself, so I don't know if you do it as well, but it's something I never brought up. The left side thing? Or not the left side thing, but like staying in the middle of it. Like in the middle of 4 eyes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I really don't think I need to talk about this section. I think it's pretty obvious what you do here. Look at that lag. Juicy lag. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. I mean, no matter what happens, there will always be a worst eye to spawn. This part actually is hard, though. Like, no memes. There's one thing left you want me to explain. Is it in DL2 or DL3? Three? Okay. I think I know what it is. And I will, if that's what it is. So, Aalaizah, how is your DL2? I haven't watched it in a good portion of time. Pretty straightforward, obviously. Like Zach had mentioned to Chris the other day, I literally go up and down only. No, like, side to side bullshit. Not great, but not awful. Okay. But yeah, I try to make the inputs as simple as possible. Literally just no analog input. Just wait. You don't have to be fast here. Like, being fast is not that beneficial. It's better to be slow and safe and not get grabbed than to be fast and get grabbed even once. So like, I'll do this really fast, see? And I'm immediately screwed. So I would rather take that slow than have to sit through this bullshit. So I know it's hard because it's so late in the run, but if you're just patient, it's super free. Yeah, I watched that in the VOD because I ended up going back and watching it. But yeah, moving back and forth is okay too, if it helps you with the timing. But like, if you want to keep the inputs as simple as possible, you can literally just do this all day. Wow, was that all 5 flames? That's actually impressive. All right, I'm gonna save state here because there's a chance. I don't want to screw this up because this is something you have to get right from the start. Okay, so now for the first section of this fight, you want to line up in a very specific way. So what I like to do is I just wait for the attack to go in, and then I go around him. You want to be behind him, but something you want to pay close attention to is, so the little areas of the map that go out like this, where the crystals were during DL2, you want to line them up where you have Dark Lumina right in front of you, with the two of them on the both sides. It's very important to get that, and you'll see why in a sec. So we get our first hit on him. So now for this section, I like to use the ground as the rings kind of as my visual cue as to how far away I need to be. I would say right here is good. And then wait, and then hit it. We get phase 2. And this is just a timing thing, something that you have to work with. Now this is where the little crystal platforms come in, is because you put them right here, there's actually a third one right here. And this gives you more space to get the triple. So you don't just run off like you normally would. It's not needed, like you could still do it without it, but it makes it easier. So you want to get the triple here. It's not necessary, but so then you stay here, you wait. Okay, you wait for him to hit forms, you wait for him to pull out his sword, and then you jump out of the way. Okay, that's very important, by the way. The reason you want to wait is if you don't, he'll move. And if he moves, that puts him out of position. So now that we've put ourselves in a position between the center of the stage and Lumina, we're good. And you just want to hit him. And you would just want to go basically to the center of the stage. I'm actually really surprised we got the triple double on emulator first try. I'm not gonna lie. So let's do that again real quick. Let's say that things don't go the way you want them to. There is still a backup to get basically just as fast. So let's say you get the first one. Obviously, you're always gonna get the first one. There's no way you should miss the first one. Now let's say, wait, no wait. So you're most likely gonna get the double, right? So let's say you screw up somewhere and you screw up the third one, okay? Well, because he's on this side of the map, if I wasn't bad, you could easily get the triple there because it's on the other half of the map. But basically, if we end up here, I usually just run straight to the right, and it usually gets me a good lineup. I wait until he's done moving, and then I hit him. Because he can move there. And you got him back on a good line. The general idea is you always want to be between Lumina and the center of the stage. Oh, wait, what? I wasn't far enough away about that. All right, and then this one, everyone screws this up. You just have to, you can't even quad off pink. You can't? Yeah, I was good. Okay, you can. That's what I wasn't sure about, but I didn't want to go for it if I didn't know if you could or not. Anyways, you want to address which is the first one, and then dodge it, and if you can't, then you can't, but go clockwise, and you're good. I think that's about it, right? Again, you want to kind of use the stage to your advantage to figure out how far away you have to stand. And then it's just a practice thing as far as when to throw it. So wind scroll, obviously the change scroll does take a few seconds. And the way I do it, where I run around in a circle, usually works. So if it's consistent and it's faster, then I do it. I usually get that more often than not. I would say wind scroll is safer, but just running in a circle seems to work for me. But what's important is that you run directly right. If you don't, it'll blow you off the stage. Yeah, it shouldn't come to that. You shouldn't need to. But it works for me, so that's what I've just gone for. And yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's already 4:30, so we can go find someone to host. Who's on right now? No problem, and I'll upload this to YouTube whenever I get the chance tonight. Let's see. Yeah. Is Chris doing a run?